Tottenham go to Monaco in the third game of the Champions League campaign. Can Tottenham get back to winning ways after defeat against Aston Villa at the weekend? Stay tuned to the very end. Be giving everything from stats, insights, predicted lineup, preferable lineup, score prediction, thoughts of the game, you name it, has everything in today's preview. Very keen to get you involved too in what is a big game for Tottenham in a busy week. But if you're new, please like and subscribe. So here we go then. It's a trip to AS Monaco. Top scorers of both teams. For AS Monaco is Eric Dyer, and for Tottenham it's Mickey van der Ven. This is in the Champions League, both with a goal. There we go. And both played 2 matches, but Eric Dyer was unavailable, the former Spurs man, for AS Monaco. AS Monaco haven't kept a clean sheet in 14 matches, and Monaco have won the previous 2 matches against Tottenham. So both teams form them then across all competitions. Monaco, it's 3 draws, a win and a defeat, so mixed, as is for Spurs with 2 draws, 2 wins and a defeat. There you go, Stade Louis in Monaco's stadium. There's a capacity of 18,500 approximately. Weather forecast is going to be quite nice there. I reckon 19 degrees and dry. Wednesday the 22nd of October, kick-off 8 p.m. UK time. The referee is French, Marco Gouda. TNT Sports 3, you can watch the game with Champions League round 3. Before we get on to team news then, both teams where they sit in the league phase. Tottenham find themselves in 12th position with 4 points on the board after 2 games. And Monaco find themselves 28th position with just a single point on the board for the 2 games. Head-to-head stats then between the 2 sides. So both teams have played each other 5 times. Monaco have won 3 times. Tottenham have won only once, and 1 has ended the draw. The only win for Tottenham come back in 2015 4-1 Europa League. But before that club friendly in 2013, Monaco got the upper hand of Tottenham, winning 5-2. Also, in 2015 as well in Europa League, it was 1-1 away. Then Tottenham winning that one, as I said, 4-1 at home. In 2016, a 2-1 defeat away. 2016, 2-1 defeat away. So record against Monaco is certainly not rosy at all. But in terms of the team news for Tottenham, Christian Romero and Desi Udogie are out of the game. There we go. Kuti is an abductor strain and Destiny is a knee irritation, which means Tottenham Hotspur are without 10 players for the trip to AS Monaco. Christian Romero, who's injured, Destiny Udogie, who's injured, Ben Davis, who is injured, Radu Dragusin is injured, Klose Kai, who's injured, Dominic Solanke injured, Basuma injured as well, Madison injured, you've got Kulusevski injured, and Matthias Tell, of course, ineligible, wasn't picked in the Champions League squad. Ben Davis will miss weeks with a hamstring injury suffered during the recent international break, according to Thomas Frank, so not good stuff at all. So my thoughts going into this game then, I think it'll be tough, but I'm confident in terms of this is a game I think we could and should be winning. Yeah, we've got PSG coming up, then Dortmund, they're tough games. And I just think the Copenhagen's at home, the AS Monaco's away. It's going to be tough, but I think we can win. Bodo was a game we probably thought we could win before the game. We didn't. I think Bodo have clearly improved a lot from last year. So at the same time, where can we pick up points where maybe you don't think we will? So Monaco, I think it's a game that we can win. I really do. I think we should be winning as well, because I think the aim with our fixtures has got to be, it's going to be tough, I acknowledge that, but top 8. So Monaco are a decent side, and it's a tough place because it's away from home, of course. But I'm not saying it's easy or anything like that. But I believe that if we play well, get the lineup right, get the balance right, put in the shift, we can get a result. But my lineup on screen then. A reminder: this is not predicted lineup. This is called preferable lineup. This is what I would do if I was Thomas Frank. A complete hypothetical. Vicario in goal, up for big conversation. Who should be the number 1? But I don't think this is the right game to experiment things or to trial in the Champions League. Back line, then I go Porro right back, Spence left back, Van Ven and Danso as a centre back. No real option at all there. That's what I would have probably gone with anyway, even if we're a Doggy and Herrera fix. I wouldn't have taken the risk at this stage. Midfield then, this is where the topic of conversation really will be. Of course there'll be conversation like who should start up front and left wing, but the main topic of conversation is at midfield. I'd go with Paulinho in the 6, Gray in the 8 and Sarr in the 10. Here my thinking. So I'll start with Sarr. Sarr has had a really good start to the season. Hasn't played the last couple of games, but I think he's looked a lot better when he's played centrally. And I think that's when he's been in the 10, a little bit further forward than the others. So I think Sarr's got to start in here. I think we've really missed the likes of Sarr, Bergvall, Gray, a mix of all of them really in these games that we've struggled in and lost in. So I think bring Sarr back into the side. Archie Gray has come on a couple of times, most notably against Bodo Glimt, come on and done really well in that 8. So I think why not give him an opportunity? For me, the midfield balance right now isn't right. I like Ben Score, don't get me wrong, but I think he did did make a lot of mistakes in the game against Villa, even despite scoring. I still felt that the balance was wrong. And Paulinho, I think, has been exceptional. Has to start as a 6 for protection away from home. And I thought Paulinho, Gray and Sarr, I think it's realistic because it's not too, bold, or it can't be too attacking. As much as I want to see Bergvall in there, I've been a bit more cautious in my midfield. So I think that has the balance, and that's what I'd have it here. If it's Sarr 10, Gray 8, and Paulinho in the 6. Up front, then there was conversation that we're here as well. I think Kuda's right wing, there'll be no topic of conversation. Hopefully, we don't rely on him too much, as good as he is. Left wing, I go with Odebear. I think currently he's our best performing left winger. He's growing in confidence game by game, getting better game by game. Bit bold, I'm going to go with Kolo Muani up top. I don't think he will start. I think he might be a little bit early, a little bit bold, as I said, to say so. However, I think your best chance of getting fit or getting used to these players and getting used to new teammates, a new league, a new team, etc., etc., etc. I don't want to bore you. The point is, more minutes is the best way to integrate a player rather than just a few minutes off the bench, and it takes a while to get up to speed. So I'd probably give Muani 60 minutes, an hour if he's got it in his, if he's got him and got it in him, I meant to say. But I don't know, because of course, I'm not there at the training ground. I don't know the state of Muani, but if you can do it, I don't see why you wouldn't. So that'll be my forward line. You may notice no Xavi Simons. There's nothing against him. I think he's a gem of a player from everything I saw at RB Leipzig. I really like him. Big signing still. But right now, he hasn't shown enough to start games. I think there's no shame in introducing gradually. Look at Liverpool with Florian Wirtz. They're not going to hit the ground running. These big signings, arguably your top signing of the club. It's something about the Premier League. So I think give Simmons time. Bring him off the bench. Occasionally start him. I don't think there's any need to force his way. There's no need to consistently start him at the moment. I think we need to just be patient, play the long game with Simmons. So I'd opt for caution on the side of that. So that would be my team. And then we're going to end here with a score prediction. I think this will be tough. I'm going to predict a 2-2 draw, which I think is quite frustrating. It's going to be 5 points in 3 games, which is okay. Although I'm saying this is a game I think we can win, I don't think a point is disastrous. Of course, context is vitally important. If we concede or throw away a lead or concede in particular at the death, then of course it's no longer a good point. But I think right now, the majority of Tottenham fans, on reflection and with a little bit of thought, would take a point. But I think if we get it right, that's what I'm saying, we can win this game. So I think Monaco at home would feel a lot more confident because it's a way I think Spurs fans are thinking, mentality test, etc. Having said that, our away record's impeccable this year, so I believe we can go there and get a result, but a draw wouldn't be the end of the world. But like I said, I'm going 2-2. Who do I think will score? I think Muani, I do predict him to come off the bench and score. I think Richarlison might score since they have a good record in Europe. And that's the thing, we haven't even spoken about him. Richarlison, for me, probably does start. You kind of understand that. I get it. It's just where do you start on that left-hand side where he's been impactful in Europe? But remember, he got 2 headers against Marseille. I think he played as number 9, didn't he? Was it Antonio Conte, Champions League, 2 goals, Marseille, Champions League, or am I making that up? I'm pretty sure that was the case. But anyway, Richarlison have a big part to play. But I just don't think, I don't see the need of trying to, fit Simmons, for example, in there and rush him, or, even with Muani, although I say start him, if he's not ready, there's no need to rush anything like that. So we go here without 10 players. Of course, that makes it a little bit harder for us, but we still have a little bit of depth. And I know we're a couple of injuries away from, Archie Gray at the back. I totally get that, but we're in strong position in terms of this year. We've got more depth, but mainly more quality. So get involved in the comments below. Predicted lineup, preferable lineup, score prediction, your thoughts on the game, anything you want, and I'll read and get back to you as soon as possible. A massive Community Spurs for this game. If you're new to the channel, please do like and subscribe.